Whatever. Happy day. Rained like a bastard yesterday. Just rained like a bastard. And today it's overcast, hot, humid. I know, not so hot, but humid. Water sitting all over. And I didn't feel like doing shit today. I'll probably finish doing my laundry. That's about it. Sun's coming out every once in a while. It's getting hot. Tomorrow's going to be crappy too, probably. Anyway, I got one package from Fervid. Looks like, it's not huge or anything, and it's not very heavy. Yeah, it's not very heavy or anything. So I don't know what's in this one. I'm not real sure. I don't know. We'll take a look at it though. When somebody decides to come, hey Walter, how are you, buddy? I've been napping all day. I turn on a video, I lay my head back, I listen to it, and before I know it, I'm 2 or 3 videos down, and I had fallen asleep. Didn't do anything today. I went to bed at 2:30 last night. This morning, woke up at 8:30. Well, I woke up about 3 or 4 times, but 8:30 for sure. Got up, and I've been sitting in a chair with my coffee, falling asleep on and off, watching videos. That's all I've been doing, man. Still recovering from surgery, yeah. I can imagine. It's not a fun thing. That's one reason why I don't go in and have my back operated on. I really, really don't want to be laid up for another year. There was a point there when I had my ankle refused. I was a year of mending. You know, from a knee scooter to crutches to a walker, crutches, no weight bearing, a little weight bearing, some weight bearing, then 50%, then more. It took a year for that ankle to heal up, and I don't really want to do that again. Hey, Fervid, I got it finally. I was sitting here napping in my chair, and Corey, my UPS driver, called me. He said, "You must be sleeping." And no, I got my headphones on, listening to a podcast. He said, "I got a package for you." So where you at, man? Oh, right outside your door. Shit. So I run out there, and yeah, there he is. Corey's a good kid, man. I told him wherever my pickup is, that's where I'm at. So if my pickup's not here, I'm not here. If my pickup's down at the other shed, I'm down at that shed. If I'm pickup back here in this shed or by the woodpile, then I'm back there. So all you have to do is come back there. Yeah, he's a good kid, man. I like him a lot. He's got I gave him a pint of maple syrup once. I'll probably give him another pint if he likes it. I don't know if he said he did, but some people are just nice, you know. If they know you made it, and yeah, take time and effort, and yeah, I like it, but no, that's okay. I don't need another one. You know, some people are like that, but I'd really rather prefer people be honest with me and just, no, I don't like it. It's not what I expect, or you could do this better, or maybe try this next time. Or I prefer that over fake sincerity. You know what I mean? Even if it's meant to protect my feelings. I'd rather have the honest appraisal, but that's just me. I think we should look at this stuff. Hey, Laura, hold up a second. I see you. I see you. Just wait a minute. I want to make you a moderator. I'm turning you blue. You are now smurfed. Try it again, Laura. Say hi. Just say hi. You will see that you are blue. There you go. Now you can go to everybody else's channel. See which ones you like. Subscribe to them. Help them out. What am I sitting at? 321 subs, something like that. It's pretty much about all I'm going to get, I think, because I think that my channel appeals to some people, but not a lot. And maybe I should just calls and whatever. I don't do games like a lot of guys, but I think I'll do more videos and post more videos. The flowers in the ditches now are starting to bloom. The wild roses and other flowers, and they're really pretty. They're really pretty. So I'll probably do some of those. And I'd go back down to the woods after it quits raining. Go back down to the woods and see if I can find some oyster mushrooms. There should be some, but maybe this was the year that the oysters quit, because we've had plenty of oysters for the last 3 or 4 years, and chicken in the woods too. And this might be the year that they quit, because it seems like all of the mushrooms around here have a definite time that they're here, and then they're gone. Then they'll come back. Like 10, 12 years ago, the place was filled with morels. Then after 3 years, 4 years, they were gone. Then there was 1 year of lion's mane mushrooms. We had, no, not lion's mane, lawyer's wig, the inky caps. The inky cap. They're about 3 inches tall, 3, 4 inches tall, with a cap that comes down like that, about 2/3 of the way to the ground. And they're an inky cap. And they're edible, but you got to eat them the same day you pick them. And they were all over for 2 years. And then they were gone. Nowhere. I saw chanterelles 1 year. We picked chanterelles 1 year. And there were a lot of fall chanterelles too. So it seemed like that year it was that particular spore. And then the last 3 or 4 years have been oyster mushrooms everywhere. And I've dehydrated and vacuum packed a lot of them. And same with chicken in the woods. More chicken in the woods than I've seen in a long, long time. And this year, I didn't see as many oysters at the beginning of the year, but they might be out there now. I'll have to go look, because I haven't been down in the woods lately, because I've been working on stuff up here in the yard. But I'm thinking, oh, good, Fervid. I'm glad to hear that. Chilling after graveyard shift. Yeah, I hate graveyard shift. When I was in college, after I got out of the Army the second time, I got married, and then we went to Kansas City, and I went to DeVry for a couple of years. And my wife was going to the University of Missouri at Kansas City. And we had moved down there, and my wife was cleaning apartments, and then she got a job doing her nursing home thing as an aide. And I started working at an electronics factory that had a small government contract to make wiring harnesses for something. I don't even know what they were, but we were making wiring harnesses. So I was doing a lot of soldering, cutting wire, wrapping wire in harnesses. And I was also working at a 7-Eleven. And I worked at 7-Eleven from 11 at night till 7 in the morning. And I got robbed twice, and 7-Eleven doesn't allow you to have any weapons. And two black guys, and one would distract you while the other one would fill up a bag with cigarettes or this or that or the other thing. And I had the license number on the car description, and the cops, oh, we can't catch him. Kansas City is just a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. And then we moved to, from Kansas City, Missouri, we moved to, on the Kansas side. I forget the name of the suburb. It's a suburb of Kansas City, but it's on the Kansas side of the border. And nicer place, a lot nicer place. My reserve unit was down at Richards Gabar Air Force Base, south of Kansas City, about 20 minutes, half hour. And so that's where I would go to my reserve. So I had reserve check coming in too. So it wasn't like we were destitute or anything, but young married couple. That's what we were. Anyway, I got this box, and we should probably look at this box because I'm expecting a blue jay and a warbler. Did I leave that? Yeah, I did. I left that collection up here on my table. That's my Colorful Songbirds of Canada series. And I was missing one, and I was missing the COA. See, they were in 2x2s like this. I was missing the COA out of one. And I think that was my warbler. Hold up a second. Yeah, that was this one. My little warbler. Was missing the COA. So I decided to just order another one, get the COA, keep this one, because it's a silver coin, so why not keep it? Whatever. I can always use it for trading material too. I got lots of extra stuff. Like if I complete a series, I maybe have one or two extra coins in that series. What do we got here? This is the, those are pennies. Those were also giveaways. Oh, I guess I don't have any more here, do I? Nickels and dimes I got to go through. But, hey, Jags, how are you, buddy? I'll be damned. Yeah, I was watching shit. I see silver went down to 69 something. So, let's have an honest discussion about silver. All right, silver's gone from $8 an ounce from the time I started buying it up to 120, and then back down to 75, now down to 69 again. Is it going to go lower? Yes. And why? Well, I'm just going to put my feet up for right now. We're going to talk before I open this box. But let's talk about it. The fundamentals of silver have remained the same. Right? Mining deficit for the last this will be the 6th year now, or 7th, that we've had a mining deficit. So we've used more than we mined. So demand is outpaced supply. Do we still have silver above ground? Sure we do. It's just that the demand, the amount that we're using, has outpaced what's being mined in the same year. Do we still have a deficit or a stockpile above ground? Yes, we do. We're eating into that stockpile a little bit by little bit because of the demand outproducing the supply, but we're still doing that. At some point, if that keeps happening, the above ground supply will be gone too. If that keeps happening, I don't see that. It might, it could. Is the demand still there for the silver? Sure it is. especially electronics, military demand, until we find something better conductor than silver. Because silver is the best conductor on earth. And you have to have that in a lot of integrated circuits. You just have to have it. And who uses most of that? Probably the military. I guess I'm going to have to close that window. Or that shade. It's just a little too bright, isn't it? I mean, it is dark outside, but all right. Yeah, you see my ass right there. All right. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. I wonder if any of my New Zealand or Australian friends are watching, because that's where it comes from, Australia. Yeah, nah. Or not, yeah. Not, yeah. But, well, Walter, the price of silver. I don't have 20 years to worry about it. I'm 70 next month. I kind of figure I got 15 years. 20 at best. 20 at best. I'm not going to worry about the price of silver because I'm not going to sell silver. That bothers me. That little tilt up there bothers me. That's better. It's still a little bit tilty, but all right, I can live with that. I'm not that ADHD. I figure I got 15 years because I figure what is the average life expectancy for white middle income male in the United States? Probably 82. I don't know. Hey, JJ. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, smash that like button. I don't even know where the hell it's at, to tell you the truth. I'm sure it's down there someplace, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, there it is. I see it. I better hit it too. Um, and I never hit it. That's the problem when I'm doing these live. I always look back at them, rewatch them, then I hit the like button. But I never hit it while I'm doing it for some stupid reason. Anyway, yeah, our fundamentals for silver are still the same as they were when silver was at 120. The only difference being, is that who was it? Sold all their short positions, and they went long on silver. That was the only difference. Then they sold their short positions when it was real high. Then they smashed the price down till it was down at its lowest level, and then they went long. And then they went long. So they had physical silver. That was the only reason that happened. Might not be the only reason, but one of the major reasons that happened. I think that was probably when the United States government said, yeah, it was a strategic metal, and yeah, we need to make a stockpile, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, probably about the same time. Anyway, but the fundamentals are still the same. But if you look at it, from the time we started buying it at $8 an ounce, or say you started buying at $20 an ounce. Say you started buying at $20 an ounce. I didn't start seriously buying it until about $16, $18 an ounce. I had bought a little bit before that, but I didn't get serious about it. And if you look at it, even at, say it stabilizes at right at $70, because right at $70 now, 69, 67 or whatever. Right at $70. 20, 40, 60, 70. So you've 3.5 times your money since then. Well, a couple of good cereal, number $2 bills. Why, JJ? No, I the price of silver doesn't matter to me because I'm not selling it. I will if the gold silver ratio comes down to where I think I can honestly trade for gold, then I will. It's got to be under 50 though. It's got to be under 50. 45 would be a lot better. 40 would even be better, but lower would still be better. But anyway, my girls is going to inherit. They're going to inherit it all. The stuff, the metals that I have in my IRA, they're going to have to pay taxes on, and they're going to take a 10-year certain payout on it, and that's just what I assume is going to happen. But the stuff that I have collected that's not in my IRA, that's just mine, they're going to inherit it, and they're going to get a stepped up basis in cost, and they're not going to be paying taxes on it. So it just, that's what it is. Oh, you picked up a good cereal. Picked D. Okay. Uh, anyway, I'm not. I don't need the money. I buy it as a savings account. That's what I do, and the kids are going to get it because that's what being in America is all about. You build wealth. You give your kids or your heirs a jump start in their life, and you build generational wealth that way. Hopefully, my daughters, if they ever have children, will do the same thing that I'm doing. But I don't know if they ever will. But I think it's a good idea. So I'm doing it. Hey, William. Oh, I don't know if it's good thinking, but it's a thought. It's a plan. Maybe not the best plan, but it's a plan. I just know if I have cash, I spend it on silly stuff. Like I have to look up this afternoon. I have to look up a ignition switch for a lawnmower. I don't know if it's bad or not, but I'm thinking that it is. And if it's not, then I spent $20 on something I didn't need. And I'm always doing shit like that. Always. Just little stuff, little nitpicky stuff here, there, everywhere. Um, and I buy snacks that I don't need. I'm fat. I'm look at it. Look at it fat. Look at it fat. I'm 235 pounds. I was 255, almost 260. But quit drinking alcohol. You quit eating a lot of snacks, and then you start to lose weight. I should eat a lot more just red meat and eggs. Lay off the breads. Lay off the crackers. All the carbs. You know what I'm saying? Lay off all the carbs. But I like my ice cream, so I will continue to eat my ice cream. That's one of my downfalls. That and chocolate. You get a hankering for one or the other every so often, and then you go through a phase, you know. Okay, for 15 minutes, let's open up your box, Ann. You're so impatient. We'll get that out of the way. All right, get this out of the way. I got to have my Vikings coffee. I don't like the Vikings, actually. Yes, it's tough for kids to take care of their parents, and I don't expect my kids to take care of me. I really don't. Chocolate covered animal crackers are the best. JJ, have you ever tried? Look at me. Order these on the internet. JJ. Reese's animal crackers. Reese's crackers. They're chocolate on one side, peanut butter on the other, with a cookie in the middle, an animal cracker cookie in the middle. Oh my God, they're the best fucking thing in the world. I order them a case at a time. When I get a hankering for them, I order a case at a time. I've ordered 2 cases. I've gone through 2 cases of them already. And they're like 6 bags in each case or something like that. Oh, God, are they good. Man, I'm telling you, you will, oh, you'll love them. God, you'll love them. Fervid needs the nickels because he's got nickel books he has to get filled. All right, let's see what we got here. See, Fervid, I did it. I blacked out everything. Oop. All right, here we go. All right. Angry Warrior tackle box. Package opening tool. And look at that. It's packaged. It's a baseball. It's a book. It's another baseball. And then there's another baseball. And then we got an empty box. Empty box. Empty box. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do the flat one first, shall we? Yeah, okay, come on. Out there. Ooh, there we go. Uh-oh. I saw a shadow out of the corner of my eye, which means that my wife was home from work. I saw her. Oh, these are little boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's look at these. What do these say? Magic of the Northern Lights. This one's a plain one. Plain, and plain. Okay. Those will work for anything. Let's get this out of the way here. Can we use that again? Yes, we can. Bubble. I don't want to cut anything that I shouldn't. Okay, here's a box. Okay, that's it for that. Don't need that. What is this? Okay, this is like those boxes right there. This is the Warbler. This is the one that's got the the COA in it. There we go, just like that. See that warbler? See that COA? All right, look at this. See the warbler? So now I got an extra one. All right, let's put that guy right here, just like that. Yeah, okay. Put these boxes over there out of the way. Uh-oh. Always got to check and inspect. Always got to check and inspect. Check and inspect. What do we got? Ah, my J. My J, my J, my blue J. My blue J. The one I was missing for a long time from that set. My blue jay, he's upside down in there. Why is he upside down in there? My blue jay. We'll get the entire set out here in a second, but blue jay warbler, look at that. All right, let's just go and see what this one is. Because this one here is the one that is kind of making me wonder what is going on here. Okay, get in there, you. This is a box. And it doesn't say what it is. Okay. Well. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got today? Are these pennies? Pennies. I gotta look. Hold up a second. The light in here kind of sucks, so you gotta. Yep, Canadian pennies, they look like. Canadian large pennies. I think these are the ones I'm missing from my book. Let's see if we can. Gonna be kind of hard. There we go. 1914. A 1910. A 1909. I believe these are all the pennies that I am missing from my collection. 1907. Huh. That one looks really weird. Yeah, get back here. Is that another 1907? Let me see what this one is here. Oh, that's a 1907H. Well, let's look and see. Look if we can see that H on there. Oh, yeah, there it is. Right there underneath the O and the N, right down there by the dots. See the H? There we go. We got an H. 1899, I believe. Yep. Upside down. 1894. 1891. That's not bad. 1887 also looks pretty good. I'm kind of wondering what some of these look like on it. Oh, that one is real nice. Got a little dark spot up there on the D, but that's all right. That's not really what I got them for the date. 1884. Come on. Quit being stupid. There you go. Let's see what the king looks like. Should we? Turn it around this way, probably. That's at 1914. King George V, I think. King George V. Oh, good. All right, let's bungee, call all time, holders, law, bungee, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's a bag. We'll put that bag up there. We'll put this box over here with those boxes. So those boxes are something. All right, well, these two are, see, that goes with this bunch right here. Let's get this bunch out here. Let's see here. Let's put these pennies right up there. We'll get this one out of the way. Do I want to put, well, we'll just put them up. Maybe we can put them up like this. I don't know. Yeah, that may work. Put the warbler up like that, or the blue jay up like that. Put the warbler up like that. And then we'll set there. That's that whole set right there. This one. And let's move this back just a tad bit. Move that back just a tad bit so you can see them. There, that's that whole set. And then I got this extra one right there. Just like that. Maybe I should just do that. There, that's that whole set. They got two of the warblers right there. They had two of them, but those, yeah, I was missing my blue jay. That's the one I was missing out of that set. Thank you, Fervid. Got that set complete finally. Hey, Cumulus. How are you, buddy? Hey, didn't see you. To pick up a white. You'll watch the rest later. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. Okay. William Cumulus, catch you later. All right. Well, that's what we got. And then what I should do is show you what I got for pennies. Well, the book is coming. My other album is coming. We'll get these guys out of the way this way. We'll bring them back here. About like that. About like that. About like that. About like that. And bring it back there like this. Got to bring it over there like that. Probably. Okay. These are the pennies. I don't have the book yet, but they're coming. You see them all in order, in date. That's where these go, just like that. There's a complete book. Now, when the book gets here, I'll put these in the book. $0.00. And we will put, I also have a collection of fish scale nickels. That's another set I try and pick up as I can. I have 30s, 32, 33, 38, 39, 47, there's more 40s there, 50s, 60s. Oh, and I got some pennies in here too. Pennies that go all the way to what? 67, 61, 60, 59. Oh, these are all pennies. 40s, 40s. Okay, these are all pennies right here. Regular small pennies, regular small cent. Where are my nickels at? I don't know where all my fish scale nickels are at. So I wonder where I put them at, because I don't have them in a book yet either, I don't think. I don't have the fish scale nickels in a book yet either, I don't think. Yep. Well, I don't know where they're at, so we will continue onwards and upwards. Fervid must have had some extra boxes. Huh. That's weird. There we go. Okay. So you had 2, 4, 6 boxes. And this one that he shipped the pennies in, so. They got more boxes for my stuff now. And see how small that one is compared to the other ones? You see how small it is compared to the other ones? So let's just put one of them together, should we? See what that looks like. Okay, there's that box. Oh, these are the huge ones. For some of the other pieces that I have that don't have boxes. Oh, come on, you. Quit being so stupid. And there, that's what the other boxes look like. These are for those big clamshells. Fervid must have saw I didn't have some boxes for them. So he just decided he was going to send some. Because they do have some of these big clamshells that don't have boxes. So I had to go through them. Well, that's good. And see, what'll happen is these that don't have clamshells will just get put in there like that. Will just get put in there like that, along with these two. And they have their own boxes. I wonder, I'll have to ask Fervid, what would it cost just to get clamshells for those little? I don't know. We'll have to see. Oops, come here, you. Yeah, I got to order that. Let's see, let's put these over here. Because that's done. All right, what do I got up here? Oh, I don't know what I got up there. Anyway. We will have to go like this. Hey, does anybody want some of these for bookmarks? I don't know if anybody even reads books anymore. These are nice, heavy cardboard. They come in punch cigars if you guys want one. This one comes in a Macanudo, I think. But they come in cigars. If you want them, you can have them. But I send them to Jenna if nobody else wants them. But they make great bookmarks if anybody wants them. Yeah, I know. Now I got to fill all them boxes. Actually, I have some large clamshells that don't have boxes for them. Single coins, a lot of them are singles. They're not series, but Tarragonsu's here. Yeah, there he is. How you doing, Tarragonsu? You know, I have a question for you, Tarragonsu. I see people, or I hear people calling you Tarragon, or shorted up to Terra, but your name is Tarragonsu. So I'm wondering if that's the way it should be, pronounced and written all the time instead of shortening it up. Tarragonsu is formal. So I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I've always written it out and said it all as one word. And I assume that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, I know you're all right, but you and Gold Maple are two of the most knowledgeable guys I know on Canadian stuff. Fervid and Block are pretty good, but you two, it seems like you got those facts right at the tip of your tongue there. Oh, when I touch myself in the head, you see where I smacked myself in the head with a branch while I was mowing. I was looking over here or something. I was looking down because I was going around a tree, and I smacked right onto a branch, and my head went wham like that. And I'll tell you, this is a little sore right here, but my neck is sore. Man, oh man, is my neck sore from that. So let that be a lesson to you. When you're mowing around trees, especially, look for, keep your eyes open for low hanging branches. And that one was a good sized branch too. So yeah, I got hit pretty good. It didn't give. Let's put it that way. Didn't give. That hurt. Okay, I'll just continue to write out and say the whole name because I think that's the way it should be. But if that's not the way it should be, then it wouldn't. They would. Your parents wouldn't have named you like that. So just me, I guess. I don't know. Okay, all right. Oh, can you tell me? I don't know if you want to say it online. What does that word mean? Tarragon means something, and I'm not even sure the language. Is it French? Is it indigenous? Certain tribe? I don't know because I don't know languages. Oh, it's your actual name. Okay. I don't know. I see. I don't know if that's French or if that's indigenous. If it's a certain tribe or a certain nation, I should say. I don't know. So French. Okay. Well, with the SU at the end, I kind of figured French, but I didn't know for sure. I mean, I can speak very little German. I can speak very little Spanish. I can't read it either. Or French, I don't understand. Dutch, I don't understand. Italian, I can kind of understand because it's kind of like Spanish. But yeah, as far as indigenous languages, I have no clue. That's why the code breakers during World War II were so effective, is because no one understood their languages except another person from that tribe or from that nation. Navajo, Navajo, Cherokee, Cherokee, Sioux, Sioux, you know. And I was watching a YouTube video on how dogs evolved and from what they evolved and how many different lines there were and how many are still an active line. And I was surprised to learn that, yes, we all knew that dogs descended from wolves, but the wolf that the dogs descended from is no longer with us. It is extinct. That animal that dogs came from is extinct. So it's not a gray wolf, it's not a timber wolf, it's not a any of the wolves that we have today. The wolf that dogs evolved from has gone extinct. So dogs, the history of dogs is more or less the history of human migration because dogs went with people as they migrated, and dogs were never meant to be pets. Dogs were working animals. They hunted with humans. They protected humans. They herded for humans when humans started herding animals. Um, and dogs evolved certain traits, certain lines to where people migrated to. The European, the Asian, there were dogs that immigrated to the New World across the Bering Land Bridge um, with the indigenous peoples that came that way and down into the Americas. It wasn't until the late 1800s, mid to late 1800s, that dogs were starting to be bred for certain physical characteristics that had nothing to do with what they were initially used for. Hey, AG, how are you? It was a very, very informative um, very informative video. It was like there were 7 or 8 lines of dogs, separate lines of dogs that went out from the original that migrated with different peoples. And of those 8 lines, what'd they say? 6 of them are now extinct. Those lines have petered out, and there's only 2 of those lines left, or 1 line. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and rewatch that. But of those lines, we have the certain breeds that we have now. And some of the breeds in those lines have gone extinct. Like Cane Corsos, or Cane Corsos, pronouncing it the Spanish way, Cane Corso. That dog breed was almost extinct. But they say there were 6 or 8 surviving animals, and from that they revived the entire breed. So, yeah, that just shows you how long dogs have been with us. Since we were cave dwellers, since we were hunter and gatherers, before agriculture, before domestication of animals, dogs were the first. So yeah, it was an interesting thing. When you look at dogs now, I always look at dogs, dog breeds, for what they're supposed to do. Like my little terriers, they're hole dogs. Dachshunds, they're hole dogs. They're supposed to go down holes, pull out vermin, and kill it. That's what they're bred to do. All the shepherds, they were all flock herders. Belgian shepherds, or Belgian Malinois, and they've been more and more and more bred to, because of their high drive and high intelligence, and their ability to just glom onto one person, that they've been bred more and more and more for police and military work, instead of being a shepherd dog, like a German shepherd or a Anatolian shepherd or any of the other shepherd dogs. And then you've got the hounds. You've got beagles, bassets, red ticks, blue ticks, black and tans, bloodhounds, all of them, hound dogs, trailing dogs, pit bulls. What were pit bulls bred for? Bear baiting and bull baiting. That's what they were bred for. And then they started to get bred for pit fighting. But where did they come from? British Bulldog and Staffordshire Terrier. That's what they were crossbred as. And then you got some little bit longer leg thrown in there. And then you have the American Pit Bull. And don't let anybody fool you. The American Staffordshire Terrier and the American Pit Bull Terrier are the same dog. They call it an American Staffordshire Terrier just so it could be registered in the Kennel Club in AKC or the UKC. One of them, I'm not sure which. Probably the AKC. But they're both pit bulls. That's what they're bred for. Now, later they were known as nanny dogs because of their tendency to nurture, I guess, pups, children. They're good mothers. They are good mother dogs. And so they were used for children's companion dogs. As far as not being able to trust a pit bull with a baby, you should always, any dog, doesn't matter what breed, supervise a child with a dog. Never leave them alone. But when a dog has demonstrated certain characteristics and certain traits, then you can probably trust them. But that's, I mean, any dog, any breed can snap. And there was I mean, just in town here, there was an incident where this two families lived side by side. The young girl that played with this family's dog, and they brought it over, and then, but all of a sudden, one day it turned on the little girl, and she got some pretty horrendous facial lacerations and had some surgeries. They had to put the dog down. But why did that dog turn? After years, I mean, it had been several years. That dog and that kid played together. Why did that dog all of a sudden turn on that kid? Don't know. Because you weren't there. The parents weren't there. They were inside playing cards or talking or whatever they were doing. But they weren't watching the kid, and the dog didn't think they had to. But that's when the dog turned. So I'm unsure of, I would trust any dog with any child unsupervised. I just wouldn't. Because when you adopt a dog or when you get a dog, you have to research the breed. Know what the breed was originally bred for. What are the characteristics of that breed and the temperament of that breed? I would, I mean, if I was going to be completely safe with a child and a dog, it would be you're a clown of the earth, funny and entertaining. Okay, so you're an earth comedian. Hmm. I have to think about that one in a while. You were just a funny child, that's all. Yeah, you were a funny child. Big bull like shaman. Packing up the camper. You going camping this weekend? Uh, nope, I'm done with that stuff. All right, AG, we'll see you, buddy. Planet Earth comes through like a clown, like something. Okay, whatever. You thought cats were first? No, I think dogs were first. I think dogs were first. Cats have been around domesticated cats have been around a long time. But I think dogs were first because of their utility. Cats really, sorry to say this, and I like my cat, but what is their utility? It's their instinct to hunt vermin. That is their utility. They don't fetch. Don't. What would cave dwellers have used domesticated cats for? Food. Like Central South America, guinea pigs are food. You can raise guinea pigs in apartments. You can raise guinea pigs in limited space. There's your source of protein. That's why pot-bellied pigs were bred. So you have pork on boats. People live on boats in rivers and water. And so you have a small pig that you can raise on a boat and you have pork. Same thing with guinea pigs. And I'm thinking, well, a cat, what is their utility to a caveman? Nothing. Nothing at all. And cats really aren't that good eating because they're a predator. We really don't eat predators. We eat herbivores, we eat omnivores, we don't eat predators. You don't eat coyotes, you don't eat fox, you don't eat wolves, you don't eat cougar. You can, but how do we get our protein? We get our protein from plants through animals. A cow eats a plant, or a beef eats a plant, a bison eats a plant. We eat the bison. So they process the plant material into meat, and we eat the meat. Predators eat the meat like we do because we are predators. We are predators. We're omnivores, but we're predators, basically. We eat meat. Coyote, fox, cougar, all eat meat primarily. And then if we ate them, they're processing that plant protein twice, which they've used up pretty much all the nutrients by that point. So why would we eat them? Plus, they're stringy and tough. I, you don't eat cats or dogs yet? Yeah, me too. See, cats would have been of more use after agriculture was established to keep vermin out of grain. That's when I can see cats become more utilitarian. But as far as dogs, I can see dogs helping people hunt mastodons. I can see that. Or bison, or giant sloths, or whatever. I can see dogs helping them by either driving animals to them or actually running down, glomming onto an animal until the hunter's caught up. I can see that. So that makes a lot of sense to me. What would have been another animal that was probably domesticated further back than we think? I'm kind of thinking horses myself. Why horses? Because you can ride a horse. What do horses do well? They run. They run fast. That helps you get to an animal to kill it quicker. I think ancient hunter gatherers were smarter than we gave them credit for. They saw the use that a dog could be, they saw the use that a horse could be, and decided to use them, tame them down, to use them. It just makes sense to me. Yeah, it's unique. That name is unique. I'll give you that. I don't know. I just like you see I'm going back and forth in chat back. Anyway, I think that dogs are first, Horses and cats were probably second. I'm thinking horses probably, then cats. But cats have been around a long time. I mean, cats were revered in ancient Egypt. So dogs were too. So mm, mm, mm. But the video I was talking about, they did the DNA digging. They did the DNA analysis. They did, and they tried to go back as far as they could go back to through wolf lines and um, back to the original wolf, and they couldn't go back because that animal has been extinct for a long time. But they can tell it was a wolf. They just don't know what kind it was. It's none of the wolves that we have on Earth today that are alive today. None of those lines. So my wife decided you heard the roaring outside. My wife decided she was going to mow today. Well, it didn't rain today. It rained yesterday. There's still puddles in the driveway, but she's going to mow, and she has to mow because the grass is that fucking high. I mowed the day before it rained, and I left this part of the lawn around the house and stuff because that's what she likes to mow. I mow the pasture and the lanes and out by the wood pile and all that stuff. She likes to mow up around the house, so I just left it. You know? Oh, I did find out where the gas leak in my four-wheeler is from. There's a line. It almost seems like a breather line that goes down to the back someplace. I don't know where it goes, but I see it's loose. It's not there, and I see gas coming out of it. So I'm thinking to myself, carburetor float is probably stuck, or something in the carburetor is stuck. So I may be taking that over to Nate's Outdoor and Recreation and having them go through it. Because it has a leak. It has a gas leak. It will drain my entire tank. If I fill it up in 2 days, that tank will be gone. So it's leaking somewhere. I just don't know where. I couldn't figure it out. So I'm going to try. I think I got it figured out where it's coming from, but I don't know why it's coming out there. So that's going to get towed over to Nate's. Oh, shit. I'm supposed to go to town and get another trailer tail light today. Maybe I'll just Amazon it and get it here in 2 days. Yeah, I'll probably do that because it's cheaper. But is it that much cheaper that I have to wait 2 days instead of getting it tomorrow? Whatever. I don't know. I just don't know. Yes, but oxen were probably domesticated about the same time we started agriculture. Probably after the start of agriculture. Werewolves. Well, I have yet to see a werewolf. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I've never seen one. And I'm not sure I really want to. I have silver bullets, but nothing I can fire. Maybe that's what I should do. Get a bullet mold and actually load some bullets into cartridges. What would silver do to a bore going down the rifling? Silver is soft as copper. Because more often than not, we have copper jacketed bullets. So is silver softer than copper? Going down lands and grooves? But I guess if you were confronted by a werewolf, you really wouldn't care what it does to your gun as long as it goes out the end. That's a thought. That's a thought. So with that kind of velocity, then even if it's pointed, that would mushroom back, and so the ballistics probably wouldn't be very good. But if you could take a silver bullet and then put a like Hornady does, put a ballistic tip on down through. Well, it's the ballistic tip is a plastic or polymer. So let's see in order to take out a werewolf or a vampire, that they have to get that silver into their bloodstream. I suppose it would work with a ballistic tip because that way that gets pushed back in the bullet deforms, and then you got the silver coming out. Yeah, it might work. It might work. I wonder if Hornady ever thought about doing that. Just making bullets for certain calibers, like for a 308 or a 9 mil or 45 or whatever, a 223, for reloading into a case. Uh-oh. What's Block got going on? Let me see what that is. Let me see what that is. Homemade silver bullets. Yeah, you guys come up with some shit real quick, don't you? Well, I can see silver ball, because in my muzzle loaders, I just use a ball and a patch. And I do have bullet molds. I could make a bullet for muzzle loaders. That's what I use for lead. But I'd have to heat it up hotter than lead, I think. Hotter than soft lead, I'm thinking. But, I can do that. I can take some silver out there and see if it will melt in my lead furnace. I don't think it will because there's no fire there. It's just a heating element. Well, werewolves would be more popular in Canada than they are here because of all of the timber up there. I would think that there could be werewolves living in Canada that have never ever seen a person. I'm sure there are deer that have never ever seen a person. So why not werewolves? Cryptids of some type or another. There are cryptids here in the United States that uh, we can't find, and we don't have that much timber down here. We have mountain ranges, two mountain ranges, but people walk the Appalachian Trail all the time. I don't see, or not that many reports of cryptids being seen. Cryptid by cryptids, I mean, Bigfoot, the bat guy thing. Um, what's that other one down south? It's kind of like a dog-sized animal. Can't remember what it was, but I do believe those are experiments. People are experimenting with genes of different creatures, and we have the cryptids in them. I always wonder, is it just the human population that's doing that, or is there a alien race that's doing that? I'm not sure. Look at Tita. How are you? Gatita never forgets. Never, ever forgets. I am today not very. Oh, I have to go outside later. I took a. You're on my side. Thank you. Um, I took a load of steel up to the salvage yard in my dump trailer, and in that way, I don't need to have the guy come over with the boom and the magnet and unload shit off the trailer. I can just dump it wherever they tell me to. That's why I use a dump trailer. And I went up there yesterday, the day before, and I took what 10,000 pounds up. Yeah, 10,000 pounds, and I made gas money, $61 or something like that. It was 9,964 pounds or something like that. I made $61.44 or something. So I made gas money on the way up and back. But then yesterday I noticed I have a flat tire on my trailer. God dang it. If you have good tires and good tread on your truck and your trailer when you drive in there, you don't need to worry about stuff poking you because they keep it clean. They take the magnet and they sweep all that shit off the driveways. But a lot of times stuff is not magnetic, aluminum specifically. And people will use aluminum nails and they'll dump that into the steel and instead of taking it and recycling it in the aluminum place. Anyway, you get something in your tire, and I got something in my tire, and it's flat. So I got it jacked up yesterday, and I got to get my cordless and take it up, see if I can find a leak in air. I'm gonna have to. I will probably just put a core in it. That's what I was thinking. Actually, probably a lot worse than silver, but you're not really worrying about accuracy at 10 yards. By the time you get a shot off, you're gonna have a werewolf that close. Oh, holy shit! 25 clan shells for 30 bucks, huh? Well, I really don't need any more coin capsules, but a lot of coins I take out of coin capsules to put in books. So a lot of coin capsules, but whatever. All right. Yeah, I can probably do that. Yeah, I'm gonna probably need some clamshells first off. I don't know if I should, but some series like the Songbird series, because we have two of them in clamshells now, and the other ones are without clamshells. So there are four, three or four without clamshells, so I should probably have them. Not a big deal. It's just something. It's the ADHD in my head where everything the same. If one of them in a series has a clamshell and four don't, then the other four should have one too, or I'll take that one out. It's one or the other. I don't like to have a mix of stuff. Yeah, that's just me. I'm well, yeah, those boxes are pretty cool. I have, like I say, some of these bigger clamshells like this. Not like this, but I have some bigger clamshells like this that actually bean boxes. So yeah, that's nice. Thank you very much for those. Hey, I got a few clamshells like that bean boxes, and that just keeps, you know, you don't really need the boxes, but it just keeps everything nice. I don't need larger ones. I don't think I have anything that's bigger than that. I don't think I have anything bigger than that. But it's nice because if you have coins in capsules, in clamshells, and you put them in a box, it just keeps the clamshell keeps the capsule nice, the capsule keeps the coin nice, the box keeps the clamshell nice. And then I put it in plastic baggie anyway, just to keep the box nice. Yeah, a lot of times it does. You'll find people selling coins, but they've taken all of the original packaging off of them for some reason. I don't know why, but $1 million coin. Oh, okay. A new $1 million. $1 million coin? $1 million coin? Really? What in the hell are you going to do with $1 million coin? Can't spend it on anything normal. Now, if you're going in to buy a Bugatti or something, then yeah, you take one out of your pocket and lay it down on the counter. And the salesman says, "What is that?" And you say, "It's $1 million coin." Well, I'll have to authenticate that. Well, of course you will. It's just a huge chunk of gold. Yeah. But, it's like with silver, the bigger the piece of silver you get, the lower the premiums are because it doesn't take as much effort or time to make one piece as it does to make a million small. Makes sense, right? So it's going to be, let me see, gold is at what, 4,500? Let me see. What is $1 million? One, zero, 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 zero. There's $1 million. Like 40, let's just go 4,500. That's going to be 222 ounces and 0.22. 222.22 ounces. 0.2. So 122 ounces of gold, or 222 ounces of gold, times 31.11 grams equal 6,913.3326. So 334. 3.34, basically. 0.33. Hmm. That's going to be a lot of grams. And if you think about it, $1 million. Let's do a million. Yeah, let's do that again. $1 million divided by 4,500, 222. Okay, times 31.11, almost 7,000. So can you imagine the premiums on 7,000 grams? Well, let's see. Let's do that again. 7,000 times 31.11 equal 217. Yeah. Okay. That a lot of grams. And can you imagine the premiums on the grams if you made them into grams or tenth ounces coins or even quarter or half ounce coins? The premiums that could be had from that gold, it'd be worth more. Uh, yeah, I don't doubt that there, Gun Soup. I got 3 million to purchase it. You ain't just a kid. But 5 kilo. Yeah, probably a 5 kilo coin. That'd be it's not that I'll be able to ever afford it. Holy crap. My whole estate with my wife wouldn't be worth that much money. Not even a fifth of that, probably. I think maybe if we thought about it, we might have. I'm thinking half, maybe not even a fifth of that. Holy crap. I can't imagine having that much money. I really can't. You never know it. You never know it. But there would be signs. There would be signs. I'm sure I'd have a little newer tractor and probably have a little bit newer truck. I'd probably have a little bit newer four wheeler. Everything would probably be a little bit newer, but I wouldn't have any more of it. I'd still have one tractor, one skid loader, one four wheeler, and one truck. I really don't really need a tractor anymore. I could sell that probably. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to read it, but not so much that people read books anymore. But it's hard. It's actually hard with the internet now and Google. And Google is using, you do a Google search now, and you have Google AI. That's and what is it called? I'm not even sure what it's called anymore. Copilot. And if I look, and I just go to Google, and I got AI mode on, ask anything, and I asked it the other day how many front brakes does a Model 600 Bobcat skid steer have, and it came up with two. You got a left and a right front brake. All right, I I had no clue that a skid steer even had brakes. And then I asked it how many oil seals does each axle have? Because I looked in the parts book and the front axles both have two seals on and one on the back. So that's two, four, five, six. But it says that a lot of mechanics will install 12 oil seals in total because the front brake utilizes a dual seal setup. Four seals on the front brake axles and two seals on each of the rear brakes to properly stop leaks. So everything is doubled from what my parts book says. But that's just what AI says. Now, if you're if you're looking at anything, and see, I can never ever find anything to do with a Model 600 Bobcat skid steer before, because that's the first model that Bobcat ever came out with, the 600 and then the 610. And I could never find any information on it before because it was so old. But now with AI, fucking it comes up with everything you want to know. I don't know if I'd like to be a millionaire. I mean, I'd like maybe to be worth a million, but I don't really need millionaire money. I don't need that. It's Playco games done. Uh, and be like really, you're never gonna know ever who's gonna win one of them. Little races are just weird. As shit. You go flying off one of them tracks, and then half a minute later, you come flying back onto the track. It's crazy. Those games are crazy. Anyway, I suppose I should go out and try and take that wheel off that damn dump trailer and see if I can figure out where that's leaking. First thing I got to do is I play a lottery. Yeah, yeah. I refuse to give my money, any more money to the state through the lottery. I just refuse. I just refuse. They get enough of my money through taxes. And I'm not real sure that I want to continue to pay tax. I understand that taxes are necessary. Some taxes are necessary for the conveniences that we live with. The interstate highway system, roads, bridges, culverts, that kind of thing. But, you know, with all the fraud in every state in the United States, with all the corruption in government, I think that maybe we could pay, or anybody making less than $200,000 really wouldn't need to pay taxes. Really wouldn't need to pay any taxes. And income tax doesn't apply to 90% of United States citizens anyway. The income tax is supposed to be temporary, pay for World War One. The the Federal Reserve, the people that created the Federal Reserve at Jekyll Island, all created the federal income tax. They knew exactly what they were doing. The 16th Amendment, and that was never properly ratified. And income tax was supposed to be only levied against people who were making income from foreign entity or foreign persons in the United States making money from foreign entities. That's it. United States citizens who are just making from a job that was here in the United States, manufactured here in the United States, didn't have to pay income tax. It's and I can show you the book. It's a book called Income Tax Shattering a Myth by Dr. David Chapman. David Chapman. Um, and he's also a lawyer, and he hasn't paid income taxes in 30 some years. But you have to be willing to take the government to court. That's all. And if you're willing to do that, you can beat the government. Let me see if I can find that book. Let me see if I can find that book for you. Champion, that's his name. Dave Champion. I can just try to find the book though for you. It's in here someplace. It's on my shelf. I just don't know where it's at. I do have the creature from Jekyll Island here, though. If you want to read how the Federal Reserve was created. Oh, Lord. How come I can never find that book? It's not a very big book. Oh, Lord, where is it? Why can I never find that book when I want it? I don't know why this book is here. The Lost Book of. Why is that book there? I don't know why. Why that book is right there, I do not know why. Well, the books are upside down. No, most of my wife's books. All the Catholic books over there. But I can't find it right now. But my eye always goes back to this book. My eye always goes back to this book, The Creature from Jekyll Island, and you should read that book. It is a thick book. It is a dry read, but you notice I have it tabbed. And yes, I have read this book. And yes, uh, the Federal Reserve is a fucking communist. Is a communist idea. I don't particularly care for the rich fuckers that took advantage of this country when I was young. Rockefeller being one of them, Paul Warburg being another. Put on some pants? Yeah, I will when I go outside. I don't like to sit in pants in the easy chair. I kind of like to have just comfies on. But yeah, yeah. Nah, this shirt was who was the guy down in Australia that's on the internet quite a little. He's funnier and shit. Haven't seen him for a while, but anyway, he was raising money for children's cancer research. So I bought a shirt. Yeah, he sent me an autograph, photos, signed, and all that shit. Um, he's a cool dude. No, not Kane. God damn it. I'm trying to think who the hell it is. I walk in the other room and get the goddamn picture and show you. Hold up a second. I'll do that. Be right back. Be right. Still can't remember his name. I'm looking at him, but I can't remember his name. There you go, right there. That dude, Ozzy. Ozzy Man. That's it. Ozzy Man. Ozzy, not Aussie. Ozzy Man. Ozzy, Ozzy Man. Funny guy from Australia on the internet. Um, yeah, big into children's cancer research. So, hey, 949, what are you up, buddy? Moza, Ozzy, Ozzy Man, Ozzy Man. Yeah, and so I bought a shirt and he sent me a picture and all that shit. That's why I grow my hair long. It's long enough, then I cut it off and donate it to a wig for kids, and that's for cancer kids too. So yeah, cancer is one of those things where there's so much money involved in cancer research and cancer studies and cancer medicines and cancer treatments that they'll never find a cure for it, ever, ever. My dad died of lymphoma or cancer of the lymph glands when he was 33. He had come back from Korea. Let's see, it was 52. He died in 64. So 12 years after he got back from Korea, he died of cancer. And they were treating it 2 years before that. So 10 years before the onset of the and I got his VA medical record, so I can tell you what they did. They actually experimented on him. They had no clue how to cure it, but they were trying everything in the world they could. They used mustard. They used a mustard, not a gas, but a mustard something. I remember reading that in his medical file. Um, I couldn't get his medical file from the military because those records were all in that one building that burned down in St. Louis. They had a big fire down there, and a lot of records were burned up, and most of those records were Korean War veterans or the beginning of Vietnam also. I believe that because where Korea is in relationship to Japan, after we dropped the nukes on Japan in what 43, 44, that a lot of that radiation drifted to Korea. And that's where a lot of those guys got cancers from. And all that evidence was destroyed in an accidental fire in St. Louis. So I couldn't get his military medical records. I couldn't get his military records at all. I rebuilt his file from the papers that my grandmother had in a scrapbook and from patches on uniforms and from stuff that my mother had in a box. And I got all of his medals reissued. Um, I got stuff done, but I believe his cancer was caused by radiation that was left over from the Japanese bombing in World War II, just by its proximity to Japan, Korea and Japan, and wind patterns and all that good stuff. But what kills me is the fact that children, young children that have to spend their entire young lives in a hospital if they're going to beat it, or will die before they get a chance to even live. So, or to live life to some extent, to experience things that we've all experienced. And yeah, and abortion the same way. Children that never got a chance. But hey, no. Here's the thing with big pharma: a patient cured is a customer lost. That's it. The the economic model in this country is you have to create customers who either want or need your good or service. And if you can create an artificial need, then you'll have customers for life. Right? Right. So as far as living clean and doing cleanses and not smoking tobacco and not drinking alcohol and uh, jumping out of airplanes and doing bungee jumps and shit like that. You know what? Not going to make any damn difference. Yeah, you might die a little early, but you lived a fuller life. You got more experiences. The only thing is that um, you have to live in moderation. That's all. Drinking alcohol is not bad. Drinking it to excess is bad. Smoking is not bad for you if you're smoking just tobacco, not carcinogens and the chemicals that they put in the fucking tobacco. Cigarettes are nasty. I wouldn't smoke a cigarette anymore. I smoked for a lot of years, buddy, until I was 20, what, 1980, 35, 19, probably about 24, I guess, 24, 25. And I quit smoking cigarettes. And now I smoke cigars. Cigars are a lot better for you. I'd have to do some more research on different cigars and tobaccos, but I would rather smoke a good cigar than 2 packs of cigarettes. Just better for you. It's not as bad for you. Not better for you. It's not as bad for you. Um, Alcohol, yeah, it destroys brain cells. It um, hard on your liver. But if you don't drink alcohol to excess every fucking day, then everything in moderation, everything. That's the food you eat, the types of food you eat, um, The amount of different foods you eat, everything, just everything in moderation. Yeah. I will say one thing though, I do not and have not given up yet my, where'd it go? Oh, it's in my pocket. I have not given up this yet because that's what got me off the cigarettes. Yeah, I better show you the top. That right there. And I see the warning on it. Yeah, and I recognized at one point that I was drinking way too much, and I realized that I was a functional drunk pretty much my entire life. And I quit 4 years ago now, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and I quit drinking. Just I quit cold turkey. That was it. I realized that I was drinking too much, and then when I quit drinking, I realized that I had been pretty much a functional drunk my entire life. And that hit me then. That hit me then. Well, I don't drink anymore, but would I be against uh, having a glass of whiskey? No, I wouldn't be against it. Would I trust myself to stop at a glass? No, I would not. So I just don't. But I like my cigars. I like a good cigar after a really good steak or a good meal. I really like a cigar. Sit back and enjoy that. Yeah, I like that a lot. My body, I don't think would tolerate quitting Copenhagen. Now I'm just a guy with a turkey in my arm. I should do. I should do videos of, of the stuff that I do. I forged. I already had it forged, but I just had it cleaned up. Uh, a blade for Kraken because he wanted a knife. He wanted me to make him a knife with a Kraken on the blade. So I sent that to where is he's down in Iowa. Where is he at? Knoxville, Iowa. Walk with Me Designs down in Knoxville, Iowa. He does laser etching and stuff. So I sent him the blade. I sent him an email with photos, 4 different photos of Krakens that I want him to either pick the best one that'll etch the best and put that on the blade and tell me how much that's going to cost. Send it back to me. I will finish up the blade, polishing, and put the handles on. I got to rivet and glue the handles on yet and make it nice and pretty, but then I'll send that to Kraken. And I also, I quenched a tomahawk or a hatchet. It's not tomahawk, it's a hatchet for my nephew. My nephew wanted a hatchet. He wanted this one in particular. And I said, that's not the best one I got. Really, it's not. I would have to do a lot of grinding on that thing. And, well, I decided I'm just going to leave it rough. I sharpened it up really nice. I polished up as good as I can get it with what I got. And I think I'm going to put the handles on it and give it to him like that. He'll be very happy with it, but it's not pretty. It's very functional, but it won't be pretty. But he's been waiting a year, so I think I'll just finish that up and give it to him. So yeah, I got that going on. And then I got my gold panning station set up in my butchering room. And I just bought another. I bought another John Wolf pay dirt last night. I got it from MLZB. I got it for what he paid for it, shipping included. It's a 0.15 gram. It's a skull can with dirt in from John Wolf. And I've done one other John Wolf bag that I got from MLZB, and it was a good bag. I liked it. And that wasn't, I think that was a 0.15 too, also, a 0.15 also. But it had a barber nickel in or a dime, it had a quarter, it had a penny, it had some silver and other stuff in it. So, yeah. Hey, Muscle Cell, what's up, buddy? I got to try and get a WWP poker chip for this year so I can go up over here in that red tower right there. Because I've got them all, I think, from 22, 23. Once I got 24, I got 25, 20, 25, 24, 20, maybe not 22. I'm missing one of them from when I started. Let's see if I can get one. Let's see if MLZB's got one yet. I don't know. He might have. But anyway, yeah, that's coming up in July, so save your money. And Blockus auction coming up on Tuesday. Whatever else you think on, thanks for that. All right, we'll see you, Terry. Honestly, very good. I want to remind everybody, Blockus auction on Tuesday. It'd be 7:30 Central Time. Going to be 8:30 his time. And he said, save your money because there's going to be some good stuff this Tuesday. So, with that being said, I think what I'm going to do is put on some pants and a dirty shirt and go out and take that tire off that trailer and see if I can figure out where the hole is at. So, with that being said, I think that's going to be it for today. We got some good stuff from Tarragonetsu today. So, cool. Or from today. Tarragonetsu. Jesus Christ, man. I need to get hit in the head with a branch again. From Fervid today. Thank you very much, Fervid Finds. And we'll see you guys later. Peace out, man. We'll see ya.